I've also been watching a show called Carole and Tuesday. It's an anime that's directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, who, if you were unaware, directed a lot of like really, really fucking good anime. Cowboy Bebop is his most famous one, probably, or most definitely. But he also directed um, Space Dandy and a couple other shows that I've seen bits of, but not all the way through. But I loved Cowboy Bebop, and I heard of Carole and Tuesday. Yeah, it's a really interesting show. I loved Cowboy Bebop, and I really loved Space Dandy. Like those are two of like maybe the top 10 greatest animes I've ever seen. But Carole and Tuesday is kind of weird. Um, I'm having like an odd feeling watching it where I'm not completely done. I think I'm like 6 episodes from the end of the second season, which is like the end of the show. And it just hasn't pulled me in nearly as much as the other two anime uh, from him that I've seen. And I can't really place why that is currently. I think maybe an element of it is that it's definitely slower paced and less episodic. Yeah, I like the I like how it's like very serialized. Like I do really enjoy that. I just there are certain characters that I think I really don't like. Like I don't like the protagonists have this like friend character who's just like a sort of like a sniveling little shit, and his name is Roddy, and I'm not really a fan of him. And there's also like a B plot that runs parallel through the whole show with a character who's like a former child actress, but she's like old enough to where she has to like do other things, and so she wants to, or I guess she doesn't really want to be a musician. She's pressured into it by her mom. Um, but the show portrays her music like it's supposed to be really impressive and good, and I just don't like any of it. So all of those moments fall flat. And it's a show that's like super focused on the music, which is great. It gives the songs a lot of like time to breathe. And it kind of just plays like full songs, which when the songs are really good, I love those moments. And when they're not, I really don't like them at all. And I like the Carol and Tuesday songs quite a bit, but the ones from this side character, I'm just not I'm not feeling it. And so all the scenes with her also kind of fall flat, and then I've ended up not liking the show nearly as much as other stuff. Also, it's I don't know, I've it's been so many years of watching this dude's like animes, right? This guy's shows, and he he seems to like focus in on like queer people a lot, but also doesn't seem to understand them at all. And so a lot of the like queer characters in his shows come across really poorly, and sometimes they're like kind of shitty like caricatures, I guess. Um but yeah, so I've been feeling really conflicted about that show.